Hey guys, welcome to Mikey's Video Game Madness. Today we're playing Return to Castle Wolfenstein Operation Resurrection for the PlayStation 2. I don't have an Xbox, so I can't play the Xbox version. I could technically play it on the PC, but I just got this at like a local pawn shop. I know, right? It's basically like a thrift store that you can give stuff to. I don't know. But I was actually surprised at all the games that they had that were older games, and I've been looking for this quite a while. I mean, you can order it pretty easy, but I don't know. I just like the ability to find something like in the wild and not have to wait for it to get shipped to your house. I think I paid $8 for this. It wasn't in the best condition, but I refurbished it and I just wanted to play the game. I mean, I have so many games. Especially with older games, I don't think I'm gonna sell them. So I don't know. Like, as long as they work and I can play them, and my consoles last, as long as the discs are still playable, I don't really care about the pamphlets unless it's something I'm really into. I really wanted to try to play this game again. And plus I did all the other Wolfenstein games except the original, which I'll probably never do, and the expansion packs or whatever on Wolfenstein 3D. I'd like to actually get the order, and if I get that, or whatever the hell it's called, whatever the new Wolfenstein's called, it takes place in the 60s. I'd like to get that one, but until then, I didn't think I was going to be able to record Return to Castle Wolfenstein. And after playing it for a while, I take it back. I like the last 2009, I believe, the year it came out, Wolfenstein, better than this. I had a little nostalgia, like, fog clouded over this game. But I primarily enjoyed this the most on the Xbox, even though I played the PlayStation 2 version more. I don't know how different they are. I just think the PlayStation version's a little clunky. One thing I do like about this game, however, is that and I never played the multiplayer, so it's cool to have the extra levels. Although I think the extra levels are kind of convoluted a little bit. They're more maze-like, which I kind of think this game picks up more like once you're in the castle, which is basically where the PC version started off. That's my personal opinion, but instead of rambling, let's start a new game. I'm going to play it on the default difficulty. We're not watching the cutscenes. If you want to watch those, I'm sure somebody else has them on their page. But the controls are kind of off. This is before they really perfected what I feel like is the console first-person shooter controls. So in this one, you start off in, I guess, before you get well, you start off in Libya, as you could see, but I don't know. I don't think these levels are up to quality as isn't there a way? Yeah, load setup. I have my own control configuration. I tried to set it up as close as the modern first-person shooters have, but there's some stiffness to it. I'm still getting used to it. It's hard to play one type of game that has a certain kind of control and then go back to the way it used to be. So I'm not going to be very good at this. I'm playing with component cables. It does help the resolution a little bit, but it's not like the newer Wolfenstein. It's harder to tell, like, when you actually hit somebody until they fall down. And people are gonna be like, well, that's a feature that they had when That's like a newer feature that they only have in contemporary games. That's not really true. Because if you play the original Medal of Honor on PlayStation 1, if you shot a Nazi in the leg, he would like not be able to walk with that one leg, or he'd fall down and slowly try to get up. This is like an old school, which I think is what it's trying to be, an old school shooter like Wolfenstein 3D, where you just kind of shoot them and they fall down eventually. Which I do kind of like that feeling of the classic game. And unlike Wolfenstein 3D, I can somewhat tell where I'm going. These early levels, I believe, are in the Xbox 360 version. Not 360, the original Xbox version. But there are extra levels and cutscenes in this particular version. I think the Xbox version is in higher resolution, but the textures are pretty much on par. I used to think the Quake 3 Arena engine looked so good. I mean, it looks really good for a PlayStation 2 game, but it looked like, to me, this game was like photorealistic looking. Like on the PC of course had higher resolution. Like the uniforms are actually basically photographed and has a texture and pasted on the models. This has a slightly blurrier version, so it doesn't have the full effect. But if I went back and played the PC version, it might not look good as I remember. Just like I don't think this game looks as good as I remember. It doesn't mean it's bad. These are like, it's not that I'm saying like the game's bad or disappointed. It's the fact that I had this game remembered, I guess, nostalgically in a certain way, and my nostalgia is like kind of let me down. Like things get blurry somewhat when you get to a certain distance. Like right here, if you look at that crack in the wall, it'll slowly get clear. It's pretty impressive what they were able to do for the PlayStation 2, because the PlayStation 2 really couldn't handle the Quake 3 Arena. The Xbox was better at that sort of thing, because the Xbox was essentially a PC. And I know you guys probably think I suck at this, and I probably do right now. I did beat this game a long time ago, but I believe I beat the Xbox version. I think I rented this one and never finished it. The Xbox controller is better suited for this type of game for sure. Just like I think the Xbox 360 controller is better suited for first-person shooters. Although I really do like the PlayStation 4 controller for first-person shooters. I think the PlayStation 4 controller kind of combined. I'm trying to hold back sneezing. I just need to let it out. And what do you know? I don't have a handkerchief nearby. I'm gonna have to wing it. I hate this little indicator in the beginning that beeps constantly. I don't know if there's a way to turn it off, but it just keeps on begging you to press select every 15 seconds, and I probably should have read it. I'm going around in circles. There's like one door that you need to open. I think you need to blow up a radio or something. I'm sure watching me go into circles is amazing. You don't have a handy compass like you do in the next iteration of Wolfenstein. But it does look good. I just had to switch the component cables. This was absolutely unplayable on my 42-inch LCD TV because the aspect ratio couldn't get as large with the standard S-video cable. But sometimes I have to switch because my TV can't handle a certain low resolution, like with component cables. Like I can't play PlayStation 1 games with component cables. It's the weirdest thing. I've never had that issue with the other TVs. I have a I sound like I'm spoiled now. I have another 42-inch TV out of use that works fine, but this TV I think looks better and has a better refresh rate on it, and this one that I'm playing on is 3D capable, so even though it'd probably be more convenient to have the right hookups to play every single game without switching wires all the time and having a decent aspect ratio, I'd rather have this TV because I like the options and I think the picture looks better. Although if you watch the videos, I'm going around in circles. Hold on, this is so unprofessional. Let me get a handkerchief. Once you know I already grabbed a handkerchief and I was just sitting on it, that's my luck. I'm sorry these videos are so professional here. Or unprofessional, really. I was being sarcastic, but with my allergies and my droll voice, I don't know if you can even tell. One of these doorways has like a damn radio behind it, and since I'm talking, I'm not keeping track of anything. Okay, thank you for telling me all this shit. Oh, I hate the first part of this game because everything looks the same. Even though I liked this game, even when it was new, I hated the early levels until you got out of this town. I haven't played this game in literally, I guess, since it came out on the Xbox and PlayStation 2, which is probably the last time I played this game was in 2004, even though these ports came out in 03. Because I remember I had the PlayStation 2 version rented out when I graduated high school in 2003. There we go, I probably passed that 15 times. I can't remember if he uses his knife in the Xbox version or he kicks as well. The kick reminds me more of Duke Nukem than Wolfenstein. I like to kick doors instead of opening them. Alright, did I miss something? Yep. At the time, this was one of the best looking games on the system, but I really don't think the game really starts to look good and picks up until, like I said, the PC game starts. Well, when you're in the tombs and stuff, I think it looks alright. This game tries to explain how you got into the castle from the PC version, but I don't feel like Wolfenstein was ever really known for its award-winning narrative. The crosshair sticks to the people a little bit. The people and the Nazis, they're not people. They just stand still while you shoot them. This game definitely feels better with automatic weapons. Apparently I missed something. You gotta kind of look up your objectives, otherwise it won't let you pass through the gate. shit I don't care about. Normally I would probably read that. But like I said, Wolfenstein's not really known for its narrative. It's just known more for its fun, mindless, dumb action gameplay that's really fun. So that's the first level. I'm sure your mind was blown with that gameplay experience. This version also has this thing, which we'll get to, where you get points and you basically can pick what you want to get before you start the next level. Yeah, so I'll save it, whatever. I went to Goodwill and I got like this 32 megabyte memory card where you have to like push the button. It like tricks the system into thinking that you changed the memory card. It's handy, but you gotta remember to switch, and sometimes I forget like what's on what. But like when I play like RPGs and stuff like that, I save constantly because sometimes I want to go back, or if I make a bad choice, instead of being stuck, I want to change it. I guess that might be considered cheating to some people. I don't know. I really don't care. It's called a game. Games are supposed to be fun. So here's another little convoluted level. Hopefully I'll do a little bit better. Now this game talks about using stealth, but I really don't get the impression that it's really beneficial to use stealth at all. The AI isn't the greatest. Wish there was some sort of indication before they actually fall down that they're actually dead. This doesn't have the layer of blood and hit detection that the newer one has, but I mean, the newer one came out like several years after this, so it's understandable. So I radioed the guy, my partner or whatever. That's the abridged version of the story. Fuck up your ham radio. Now you can't talk to people in different states and think it's cool, even though I guess I wonder if people even still are into like ham radios and stuff. Now that you got the internet, it's kind of obsolete, unless it's just a hobbyist thing and you just like having a radio with like 15,000 wires and an incredibly like ugly antenna like on the top of your house. I don't know. I remember when I heard about having a ham radio when I was a kid, it sounded like the coolest thing ever, but I guess now with Skype and stuff, and YouTube and everything else, it's kind of like a dated thing. At least I would think so, unless it's just the hobby of, I don't know if you build them or you just buy them. I know they're pretty expensive. I know that there was like some science show or whatever where these I forgot what I think it was in Germany, I can't remember. There's like this show on the Science Channel like called like Strange But True or something. They had like a ham radio and they found a radio signal of when Russia was starting to launch animals into space, and one of the people was actually, I think, studying to be a veterinarian or something, and they could tell that the heartbeat was from a dog. So they'd launch all these animals into space with like no hope of the animals like ever coming back. I think that's where it came from. Another convoluted maze-like level. It gets better than this, I promise. The gates slowly unlock like once you complete objectives, but unless you keep on looking at your list, there's really no clear indication of what's unlocked. This came out around the time where like first-person shooters were, well, 3D first-person shooters were starting to become a thing. 28 health. Shit. I didn't die when I wasn't doing a commentary last time. As you saw in the beginning, I had a save. I think this game has there's no game save for this mission. Please don't tell me I have to start this shit again. I think you might be able to quick save, but I can't remember. He got shot right in the head. I gotta run and shoot him like the T-1000 did to the T-800 in the mall. This game came out way after the first Medal of Honor on PlayStation 1, so I do kind of think that death animations are kind of unacceptable for this game's age. They should have done more with that, considering Red Faction and shit like that was out, which had all like the environmental destruction and stuff like that. I mean, PlayStation 2 wasn't that incapable. I mean, I know this is originally a PC game, but that's worse for a PC game because the PCs are more powerful. But I guess it's supposed to feel like Wolfenstein 3D. Wolfenstein. If I say Steen, I'm gonna get more people getting pissed off that I said it wrong. How many times do you have to get fucking shot, I swear. Oh shit, 50%. You didn't have to shoot these assholes 500 times in a row. He sounds so gross when he eats that food. The real way to defeat the Blaskowitz or whatever the hell his name is in this game really is just to put some food down with some poison on it. He probably would just die. How many times does it take to shoot him? A lot. And he doesn't even like act like he gets hit. Now around this time, the very excellent and one of the best Medal of Honor games, if not the best, although it's kind of crude and it runs on the same engine as this, but to me it just feels more advanced, like it had like better enemy reactions to getting shot and stuff. It didn't have any blood like this one, and this one tops it in weapons, and although it doesn't have a M1 Garand in a World War II based game, which kind of, in my opinion, hurts it a little bit. Though I think you get a Tommy gun in this game, but don't quote me. Was a Medal of Honor Allied Assault, which was excellent. Like, I didn't have a good enough computer at the time to play Medal of Honor Allied Assault, and they had this game too. Me and a friend, like, they had a computer downstairs and upstairs, and we'd have LAN deathmatch games all day long, and they were fantastic. And the single player game and the D-Day level, if you thought the D-Day level was intense on Medal of Honor Frontline on the PlayStation 2, like Allied Assault on the PC blew that away, and it ran on the same engine as this. it just did so much more. I don't think the textures and stuff were as detailed. See, now the gate's unlocked for no apparent reason. I gotta be careful because now it's like a war zone over here. Matter of fact, for your viewing displeasure, I hope that quick saves it. I haven't played this game in so long, I don't know what does what. I can't complain too much. It was only like an $8 game. I used to be able to get games at the Goodwill for like $2 or $3, but they're catching on. I went to the Goodwill and they raised the prices of like anything that was video game related. The only way you can get away with a video game is sometimes they don't pay attention to the CDs and you can get PlayStation 1 games cheap. Oh, this resolution is preventing me from being a sharpshooter with this shit pistol. There's some environmental destruction, although crew, it's still there, so give them props. Oh my gosh, how inaccurate is that gun? How much ammo am I wasting? Oh shit. I don't know if you can tell, but the crosshair kind of followed him a little bit once it got the lock on him, which is nice because the controls are somewhat stiff. It's not like having a mouse. I don't know what they did to perfect modern controls, but they just feel different. It's something that you'd have to feel versus explain, but it just, games today just feel more responsive. This kind of feels stiff, like the analogs just go up, down, left, and right, and there's no subtlety or smoothness to it. I also miss not being able to look in the iron sights of the guns. You couldn't in Medal of Honor Allied Assault 2. Really, the first time that I ever saw the iron sights was the first Call of Duty, and then Brothers in Arms Road to Hell 30. I remember the first time I saw that, I thought that was so cool, and it would help me so much, and it did actually help somewhat. But I mean, I learned playing online, you had to quit relying on that a little bit and have to learn how to sporadically shoot, otherwise people would kill you because it takes like a second to look through the crosshair. I'm sorry to rain on you guys' parade. Now I know. Oh fuck. How do you do that little duck and slide thing backwards? It's the weirdest thing I ever saw. I want my cold meat. I don't think I'm gonna get it. Alright. Come here, fucking Aladdin. I'm gonna kill you. Where's Abu? There's a secret passageway to the Temple of Doom. Always wish they had some sort of arcade collection with like movie licensed arcade games. I always wanted the actual port without having to use MAME of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. That used to be one of my favorite arcade games to play. I had it on Commodore 64, but it's clearly not the same as the arcade. There's my cold meal. I can't remember. Was there a passageway here? Well, yes, there was.
What's going on in here?
Me and my pellet gun. 'cause that's essentially as powerful as it is. Although I've never shot anybody in real life, I don't know how many shots it would really take. I guess it depends where you would hit them. Okay, mission is a success. Congratulations to me. I used to, when I was going to college, right after I graduated, I used to play this game before I was like right down to the minute before I had to go to like college and draw a bunch of still lifes, and sometimes they'd have models, and a lot of people are like, oh, you get to draw naked women, but when you got a teacher breathing over your freaking shoulder, yelling at you, saying you're not doing it right, and you have to do it for like hours in the most uncomfortable chair, and the easel's at the most awkward angle, and it's just physically painful after a while. It's like you start to hate it. Like, you don't give a shit. It could be the prettiest girl in the whole world and you would not care. But I remember I would wait till absolute last minute before I'd go to work or school and play this game. I guess that was past September, so I think I had the Xbox version by then. But I did play the PlayStation 2 version during summertime, but I rented it, so I didn't have enough time to finish it. But I finished the Xbox version. But I did finish the extra levels in this, if that helps at all in my story. It's a shame I have to show you the early levels, because I don't really think this game starts out really until later on, but it's whatever. You can listen to me ramble. I really need to start doing decent reviews of games with maybe some production values. I've been looking at some of the bigger sites, which I do enjoy. I'm not the huge sites, but some of the bigger sites, which I really do enjoy. I mean, I'm not in it for profit. Like, when I started this channel, I made it a channel, or my goal was to make a channel that I would watch first and hopefully gather a following second. And I really need to redo a lot of my older videos, because the audio is off, or the quality of the game footage is off. Even to this day, when I was learning how to use the video camera to record even the last Metal Gear video, I accidentally knocked the camera when I went to go sit down, and you could see like the frame of my TV throughout the whole video, which sucks, is because that was a whole playthrough of the Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes game, at least the main mission. And I was like, and the picture quality was actually quite good, and I was pretty pleased, except for that area where you saw the frame of my TV, and that kind of bummed me out every time I attempted to do something with that. It always seemed to get fucked up somehow. You found the secret. I don't even know if that stuff helps. Oh, it's not like BioShock where you get drunk. It's ridiculous how many times it takes to shoot these guys. I'll start using my little Mauser. And I want to look down the sight so bad, but I can't, because that's not a feature of this particular game. I gotta be a bit more careful though, because I'm running low on health, and I'm pretty sure this gun has to be cocked before you can shoot it again. pretty sure that you were gonna get shot in the head. I always like World War II games because of the rifles. Especially the ones that, I don't know, the bolt action rifles that you gotta cock back. I just like the mechanics of it. Also, I think multiplayer games or World War II games are more fun because you don't have to worry about like some crazy machine gun or grenade launcher or whatever that shoots rockets. Look at that. I believe that's blood on the wall and he still survived. I really don't need to see a cutscene of you talking on the radio. You destroy your shit. You kick pretty high. Good for him. I can't even break the microphone just in case they try to use it for another unit. Bro, fuck. That was not good. Shit. That was my bad. I need to start quick saving on this. I have no idea what this is gonna look like on YouTube. I'm sitting very close to the TV because I'm actually using my tripod for the camera now and I don't have my microphone taped up to it. But it looks alright this close. I don't know what it'll look like on YouTube though. It does look good for a PlayStation 2 game. Now that I'm playing it, I'm getting used to it. I'm starting to get used to the controls despite me dying. I'm just not used to the way the weapons function so much on this game. Unless you shoot somebody in a vital area. This gun is kind of difficult to use. You have that, but that's binoculars. Not really good. Yeah, that's a weird setting. Oh, fuck. Stop doing that strafing shit. Just let me shoot you. I guess it doesn't matter where you shoot him. He got shot in the shoulder and that seemed to kill him. Not a very good short distance weapon, I will say. I'm going to take it a little bit slower here. Look at that realistic camera movement for his crawl. There's food. He's going to run around the corner, I'm assuming. Stock up on those MP40s. It's an old Ouija board, it looks like. When I was a kid, I'd call them a Luigi board, like Super Mario and Luigi. I have a Ouija board, like one from the 60s or 70s somewhere. I think in storage. It's actually made out of metal. I'm not super superstitious, but there's just something about those things I will not mess with. I figure, why take the risk? There's no question that I need to know that bad to take some risk. I mean, there's a more than one person that doesn't come off as completely insane that's had bad experiences with those things. I'd just rather not risk it.
Come in. Hello?
Oh, come on now. Alright, we got the little cutscene. Now I'm gonna save so I don't have to start from scratch. This game has a lot of decent features that weren't really common for PlayStation games. They were in Xbox games, especially like the quick save and stuff, because the Xbox had a built-in hard drive. Nobody must ever use this radio again. I don't even know if it's a requirement. It's not, but I'm gonna bust this shit up anyway. I'll let that one thing survive, because I don't feel like trying and attempt to break it. I believe I died somewhere around here before. Now this is apparently open and somebody else is shooting at me. I'll move a little bit slower. I really hope my accuracy improves, because the game gets a little bit more difficult from here.
I'll cover you.
Something about this part that I don't know if it's hard or is it just stuck in my memory. I do remember playing this part, so I imagine if I remember playing it, I probably played it more than once. Jesus, how many times does it take? They don't appear to be friendly. Who the fuck's shooting at me now? Only got 34 health. What are you doing? Look at him, he's just going up and down. It looks like he's having sex with a tree stump. I'm almost dead. Oh, there he is. I can't really tell what's going on sometimes. Whoever says resolution isn't a big deal, it certainly makes a difference. I believe that was blood. There he is, doing that weird thing. I'm glad you at least threw your gun. Probably gonna have to replay this part. I know it to be true. Come on. What the hell happened? Oh, Agent 1 was killed. An escort mission. Yeah. Prepare for another long ass. Well, that wasn't long at all. Alright. Now there should be cavalry down here too. I feel like it's a good time to save now. Saving, hopefully. On my game. Save. Well, yes, I want to overwrite it, but thank you for asking. I do think this game should have had at least checkpoints, even if you didn't save though. But I'm not a programmer. I don't know how much more that would have made the game more difficult to program for. Because it did such an excellent job. Because before this game came out, a lot of people didn't even think this could be done on the PlayStation 2. And the results that they got are actually pretty excellent. Some people are disappointed about the multiplayer, but I could give a fuck about the multiplayer. Oh, you're not doing your push-ups now. As much as I don't want to. I'm gonna have to bum rush these guys. Oops. Open sesame. Or you could say sesame, like sesame seed. It's totally up to you. Actually, sesame seed is kind of more endearing. And if you're on a date with girls, you can really impress them. Like with the automatic opening doors at like grocery stores. Because you can pretend you know magic. And you'll be like, open sesame. And the door will open up and she'll think you're magic. Shit. Where did they come from? I believe that's my blood. I can't believe I beat this game. I haven't got really far on this version. I'm just so not used to playing games on the PlayStation 2 anymore. At least first person shooter wise. I do play the PlayStation 2 for other games, like I enjoy RPGs on the PlayStation 2 and stuff. It's just that it feels like the PlayStation 2 era was a experimental time for these types of games. I gotta hurry the hell up because dude man's gonna get killed, so I got that extra pressure on me. Frame rate's getting a little crappy here. Oh, 22 health. Oh, I'm really hanging in there. There actually might be something decent down here, health-wise. I can't remember. Oh, gold. Like, I give a fuck about gold. I'm glad I wasted my time on that. I don't even know what's up there. I'm not gonna try to monkey around and try to get the shit. Don't I have wine? I'm just gonna go alcoholic. Yeah. Thank you, alcohol. You're almost as good as PCP. I can pretty much smash my hand through glass and not feel anything. Wait, don't go. You and your silly swastikas. 4 grenades. Great. I haven't even used one yet. I guess they'll come in handy. Open the fucking door. Dude man's gonna get shot. I don't think I've encountered one enemy where I haven't been shot at least a little bit. But again, I'm not proclaiming to be this ultimate player. Give me that. I hope that's all I got. Nope, it's not all I have to worry about. Oh, this controller is old. It sounds like it's gonna fall apart every time the feedback starts up. Somebody, I guess it's Agent 1 that shot the guy.
This way.
Secrets 1. Sounds about right with my skill capacity. Continue. Full armor. Save game. Yes, I will. Okay, it was successful. It's been a success. So now we're at the ancient ruins. Unless you want to see more of me die and play through this game, let me know. But this was Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Or, sorry, Wolfenstein. I keep on saying Stein out of habit. For the PlayStation 2, Operation Resurrection. There's the Xbox 360 and the PC version. They don't have the extra levels, but this doesn't have multiplayer. I don't even know if people play multiplayer this anymore. Maybe on PC. I know Xbox servers are closed, but yeah, this is a pretty fairly solid port. Sorry that I didn't get to show you much of the game due to my lack of being able to play all that decently, because I haven't played this in a while, especially first person shooters on the PlayStation 2. It's kind of difficult to go back, but I'll get better. But if you want to see more of this game, just let me know. Maybe I'll do a review or something. I need to start doing reviews. I want to do good reviews though, with decent production values, but this video is way longer than I thought it was. I can't believe how much time went by, so it must be fun because I didn't notice how much time went by. But it's a good game, not exactly as good as I remember. If you want to jump into the Wolfenstein franchise, I would definitely suggest you try the 2009 version, which is pretty awesome, and you could probably get it cheap. The new one that's coming out that takes place in the 60s, I haven't played it. It looks cool, but I know for a fact that the 2009 version's awesome. That's on the 360 PlayStation 3. I don't know if it's on the PC or not, but I would be really surprised if it wasn't. Anyway guys, thank you for watching my channel, and if you like this video, remember to click the thumbs up. And if you like this video and would like to see more, make sure you subscribe. To all of those wonderful people out there that have been subscribing to my channel, thank you so much for the support, and please feel free to add comments and feedback and let me know more of the kind of things that you would like to see. And I would like to do reviews in the future. No promises of when. I made like a review section on my channel. I think I reviewed Castlevania 3, and that's it, on the NES. I don't even know if I erased it. Man, my channel's a mess. I want to make my channel nice and neat and have it be what I want to. Like, I like these videos where I just run my mouth and talk and ramble about God knows what, and sometimes I can't even think what to say. Like, it's kind of comforting to me because it's almost like a friend talking, you know, because when you're with your friend, you don't always have like perfect like scripted conversation where you always know what to say. There's a lot of uhs, and somebody says like 15 times so they can buy themselves time to think of the next sentence to say or how to complete that sentence. But I would like to do some scripted reviews at some point. No promises, but I've been thinking about it a lot, and if I do those, there'll probably be games I've already played casually, and I've been going back and playing games casually too that I've already played casually of, just because I want to play more of the game, and I figured I'd share the gameplay and talk with you guys. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for watching my channel and supporting it. I know I don't have the hugest channel in the world, but those of you who have stood by me and supported my channel just by watching and commenting has like meant so much to me, and I thank you. Alright guys, see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.